5 real spider encounters that turned into pure horror. Story 1. The Attic Infestation. I had just moved into an old Victorian-style house I inherited from my grandparents. It was beautiful, but needed some cleaning, especially the attic. One weekend, I decided to finally go up there with a flashlight and a broom. As soon as I stepped inside, I noticed a strange silence. The kind that makes your skin crawl. Dust floated in the air, and spider webs decorated every corner. At first, it was typical. But then, I noticed movement. Dozens, no, hundreds of tiny spiders crawling on the ceiling and then dropping. They started raining down like a nightmare. I screamed and tried to run but slipped on something. It was a giant web. That's when I saw it. A massive spider the size of a cat staring at me from the beams above. I left everything and ran, never going back into that attic again. Pest control said they had never seen anything like it. Story 2. The Car Ride. One summer night, I was driving home after visiting a friend. Windows down, music playing. It was peaceful until I felt something crawling on my thigh. I slapped it without looking, thinking it was a mosquito. But then more crawling on my chest, on my neck. I looked down and saw tiny black shapes moving. Spiders. Dozens of them. Panicked, I swerved the car and nearly crashed into a tree. When I stopped and jumped out, I saw a torn egg sac under my seat. A spider nest had hatched inside my car. I still can't drive without checking every corner first. Story 3. The Sleep Visitor. For a few nights in a row, I kept waking up with small, itchy red bumps on my arms. I thought they were mosquito bites, maybe bedbugs. I cleaned my sheets, changed the mattress cover, even called pest control. Nothing worked. One night, I set up my phone camera to record myself sleeping. What I saw the next morning made me want to burn my bed. At 3:43 a.m., a large, hairy spider crawled up from the headboard and walked slowly across my chest, pausing on my face for a good 5 seconds. I moved slightly and it darted away. That was the last night I slept in that room. Story 4. Under the Skin. I had just come back from a camping trip with friends. A couple of days later, I noticed a strange bump on my forearm. It looked like a bug bite, but it kept growing and pulsing. I went to the clinic and the doctor immediately called in a nurse. He made a small incision and what came out still haunts me. A cluster of baby spiders burst out from under my skin. Turns out a spider had laid eggs under my skin while I slept in the tent. I fainted right there in the clinic. Story 5. The Hotel Room Horror. I was staying at a cheap motel during a road trip. The room seemed clean enough but had a musty smell. I laid down, exhausted, and turned off the lights. A couple of hours later, I woke up to the feeling of something tickling my lips. Half asleep, I brushed it away. And that's when I felt it again, this time inside my mouth. I ran to the bathroom, spitting and coughing. I looked in the mirror and saw spider legs sticking out of my mouth. I managed to pull it out small but alive. That night, I didn't sleep a wink. Spiders may be small, but the terror they bring can be massive. Whether it's an attic infestation or a silent nighttime visitor, these real-life stories prove that sometimes our worst nightmares have 8 legs.